So this week in Pokemon Go, we have a lot of stuff that is coming to the game. We of course are going to be getting a brand new Pokemon debut through the Pinch Perfect event, and then we're also going to be getting a raid day featuring the fusion forms of Kyurem. I'm going to be talking about all of this in today's video. Let's get right into it. Hey, how's it going everyone? Jinsula here with a brand new Pokemon Go video. I hope your day is going really well, and let's get right into it. So this week is going to be filled with some really great content in Pokemon Go. We are going to be getting an in-game event featuring a brand new Pokemon. And this Pokemon is the Pokemon Cloth, and it's going to be with the Pinch Perfect event. And this event is definitely one worth checking out because there's going to be a whole bunch of other goodies aside from just a brand new Pokemon. And we're also going to be seeing some Pokemon that are fan favorites making a return. Now, another thing that's going to be happening during this week is going to be a fusion raid day featuring both Black Kyurem and White Kyurem. You absolutely do not want to miss out on that because fusion forms are some of the most powerful Pokemon in Pokemon Go, and Black Kyurem and White Kyurem certainly are very big powerhouses. So yeah, let's talk about all the details for what's coming this week, starting with the Pinch Perfect event. The Pinch Perfect event, featuring a whole bunch of different crab-like Pokemon, is going to be starting on January 6th at 10 o'clock a.m. local time, and it's going to go until January 11th at 8 o'clock p.m. local time. And the featured Pokemon for this event include Corphish, Dwebble, Clauncher, Delmise, as well as Cloth, the brand new Pokemon. And if you're lucky, you may encounter shinies for Corphish, Dwebble, and Clauncher, and when it comes to Delmise, the shiny debut is going to be with this event. Now, let's go over the event bonuses. Basically, this is going to be an experience farming event where you're going to get double the amount of experience whenever you catch Pokemon. And then we're also going to see an increased shiny chance for the Pokemon Corphish, Dwebble, and Clauncher. These are, of course, very old Pokemon, but they will be getting a boosted shiny chance during this event. And speaking of which, these are going to be the wild encounters. You're going to see Corphish, Dwebble, and Clauncher, which are all getting a boosted shiny rate, and as an uncommon spawn, you might encounter Tortuga as well as Archon. And then spawning in 1-star raids, we're going to see Corphish, Dwebble, and Clauncher, and in 3-star raids, you're going to see Delmise as well as Dondozo. And the thing is, Delmise is going to be getting its shiny debut, so if you want a shiny version of Delmise, you will need to do a couple of 3-star raids, because that's basically going to be where you get this Pokemon. And then when it comes to field research task rewards, this is actually where you're going to be able to get the brand new Pokemon Cloth, but we're going to be getting encounters with Corphish, Dwebble, and Clauncher, Delmise, as well as Cloth. So yeah, if you want to get yourself a shiny Delmise, this could be your free-to-play option for getting this new shiny. But also, the new Pokemon Cloth is going to be tied to field research tasks, which is pretty good because essentially they are not going to be locking this Pokemon behind premium content like egg hatching and raids. It will be obtainable for free during this event. And then during this event, we're actually going to be getting 3 different timed research, and it's all going to award you with various Pokemon. From January 6th until January 8th, we're going to have a timed research, which is going to award you with Dwebble and Cloth encounters. And then from the 8th until January 10th, we're going to get Corphish and Cloth encounters. And then from the 10th until the 11th, at the end of this event, we're going to have another timed research, which is going to give you encounters with Clauncher and, of course, Cloth. And then finally, let me mention that there is going to be a paid timed research ticket, which is, of course, with every single in-game event. It's going to cost $1.99 USD, and it's going to give you 2 premium battle passes, along with encounters with Corphish, Dwebble, Clauncher, Delmise, and Cloth. For what it's worth, this is actually a pretty decent value for a paid timed research ticket, because for $2, you're essentially getting 2 premium battle passes, as well as a chance for you to get the new Pokemon Cloth, as well as the new shiny Delmise with higher than usual IVs, because Pokemon encounters from field research tasks as well as timed research tasks do give you higher IVs compared to when you were to find those Pokemon in the wild. Alright, so like I said, the Pinch Perfect event is of course not the only thing happening during this week. We of course have that Fusion Raid Day. Let's go over the details for that event. Kyurem Fusion Raid Day is going to be happening on January 10 from 2 o'clock p.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. local time. And as you can see, for the featured Pokemon for this event, we're going to have Reshiram, Zekrom, White Kyurem, as well as Black Kyurem. And yes, you will be able to get all 4 of these during this one raid day. Now, during this event, we're going to see the following event bonuses. The featured Pokemon are obviously going to be appearing in raids, but you'll also be able to get 5 additional free raid passes from spinning gym photo discs for a total of 6 for that day, and then Shiny Reshiram, Shiny Zekrom, as well as Shiny Kyurem are going to have an increased chance of being encountered. And then of course, you're going to have the remote raid limit increased to 20. These are very typical event bonuses for raid days, so nothing new or exciting there. But of course, just like with every single raid day, there's also going to be a purchasable event ticket, and it's going to give you 8 additional raid passes from spinning gym photo discs for a total of 14, and then you're going to have an increased chance to get Rare Candy XL from raid battles. And then you're also going to get 50% more experience from raids, which is actually quite important right now because of the new level cap, and then you're going to double the amount of Stardust that you're going to get. Now, like I mentioned, both Reshiram and Zekrom are also going to be appearing in raids, but you will also be able to encounter Black Kyurem and White Kyurem. And if you were to defeat White Kyurem and Black Kyurem, you're also going to be able to get the fusion energy for both of these Pokemon, as well as encounters with Kyurem itself. And the way that it's going to work is that during this event, these bosses are going to alternate each half hour. So what that means is that if you're aiming to get one of these specific Pokemon, then they will be appearing, but it's not going to be throughout the entire event. You're gonna have to wait till the next time it appears, and it does look like it's going to be one specific boss every single 30 minutes, and maybe that could be a good thing, or it could be something that will frustrate players. We really do not know, but when this event kicks off, we're gonna have to wait and see how this all unfolds. Next up, let's go over the weekly content that's going to be coming during this week, starting with Max Battles. So during this week, we are going to be seeing Dynamax Drampa in Max Battles, and it's going to be starting tonight with Max Monday. Now, when it comes to 5-star raids, we are going to be getting both Burn Drive and Chill Drive Genesect, and it's going to be for the next 2 weeks. But the thing is, with this Pokemon, it is an easily soloable legendary quality raid boss. So this will be an opportunity for you to farm up Rare Candies and Rare Candy XL. Do not miss out on how easy this raid boss can actually be. And then on the weekend, we're going to be getting Shadow Cresselia in 5-star Shadow Legendary raids, and I will say this is one of those Shadow Legendaries that is not necessarily a high priority, so do not worry about missing out on this Shadow Legendary, but if you're still lacking in one, maybe it wouldn't hurt to get at least one of them, so that is something you should keep in mind during this weekend. And then real quick, talking about Mega Evolution raids, we're actually going to be getting Mega Blaziken, and this is a pretty big one because Mega Blaziken is going to be the absolute best counter up against Genesect. So if you're going to be doing Genesect raids, make sure you also have some Mega Energy for Mega Blaziken. That is definitely going to be the Mega Evolution you will want to bring. And then finally, let's close this off by talking about this week's Spotlight Hour. It's going to be featuring the Pokemon Barboach with a 2x catch experience bonus. If you're really good at catching Barboach, definitely take full advantage of the Spotlight Hour because getting experience is actually quite important right now thanks to the new level cap. Oh, and actually before we end this video, let's quickly go over what's going to be active within the Go Battle League. So, until this Tuesday, January 6th, we're going to continue to have the Open Great League, Ultra League, and Master League with a 4x Stardust from Win Rewards bonus. And I will say that getting the higher ranks is not necessarily that important during this season because it is an interim season, but if you were to reach rank 20, it is the same as reaching Legend rank, so that is how you can get Pikachu Libre. Also, onward from January 6th until next week, we're going to have the Open Ultra League along with the Sunshine Cup Great League Edition. Go check out pvpoke.com to see what the meta is, and if you have a really solid team in your arsenal, then it will be worth doing a couple of battles during this week. Alright, so there you go. This is everything happening in Pokemon Go during this week. I really do think it's going to be a good one. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think the Pinch Perfect event is going to be a lot of fun. And then of course there is that Fusion Raid Day, which is actually a raid weekend, I think. No, it's actually a raid day. I don't know. But it should have been a raid weekend, in my opinion. I feel like having the Fusion forms available for such a short duration, that's not necessarily going to be that exciting for some players, but yeah, I don't know. It's still a really cool raid day, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But in any case, that's going to be it for this video. Make sure you share your thoughts regarding everything happening this week in Pokemon Go down below in the comments, and tell me which thing you're looking forward to. And also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if it's your first time here. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you turn on notifications through the notification bell, all that really good stuff. And yeah, I'm Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself today, and I'll catch you all later.